Hi students, once again I welcome you all to my channel, Abrar sir classes. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ ಚಾಪ್ಟರಿನ ಓಮ್ಸ್ ಲಾ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ನೋಡೋಣ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ 2. Now this is the first problem. What it is saying, masses of 3 wires of copper are in the ratio 1:3:5. That is M1 is to M2 is to M3 is how much? 1:3:5. Okay. And their lengths are in the ratio. Lengths ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರಪ್ಪ. Okay, first masses and then they are given lengths. L1 is to L2 is to L3 is equal to how much? 5:3:1. What the ratio of their electrical resistances is? We know that R is equal to R is equal to rho L by A. Okay, multiply by L and divide it by A. Okay, divide and multiply by L. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಇದು ರೋ ಎಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಬೈ what is AL? AL is volume. Okay, we know that density is equal to what? Density is equal to mass by volume. Okay, so volume is nothing but mass by density ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So here I can write R is equal to rho L square divided by mass by density. So this will go to the numerator. D rho L square by M. Okay, all other things are constant except D is constant, density is constant, rho is constant, that is specific resistance of the material is constant. Therefore I can write R is proportional to what? L square by M. R is proportional to L square by M. Therefore here what will happen? R1 is to R2 is to R3. Okay, if you remember this one, it is more than enough. This is the short trick. This you have to remember. Okay, remember short trick. R is proportional to L square by M andre. Now you can write what is L1 square by M1 is to L2 square by M2 is to L3 square by M3. That is equal to how much is L1? They are given 500. 5 square 25 by how much is M1? 1 is 2. How much is L2? 3 square 9 by how much is M2? 3 is 2. L3 and the rest up 1 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 1 divided by 1 square is 1. M3 is how much? 5. Right. That is equal to 25 by 1 is to 3 by 1 is to 1 by 5. Now multiply throughout by 5. How much you are going to get? You are going to get 125 is to 15 is to 1 if you multiply by 5. Okay, therefore R1 is to R2 is to R3 is nothing but 125 is to 15 is to 1 is the right answer for this problem. Just remember R is proportional to L square by M. This you can do in one step itself. Next problem ನೋಡೋಣಪ್ಪ. 3 copper wires of lengths and cross-sectional areas as. Okay, you have been given how many? 3 copper wires. Okay, R1. First we'll see R1 appa. R1 is equal to rho L by A. Okay, we know that R is equal to what? We know that R is equal to rho L by A. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. R1 is how much? R1 is equal to rho L by A is equal to how much is length they are given for first is L, length is L itself and area is A itself. R1 is equal to rho L by A. Right. Now let us see R2 ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ R2, okay, rho in place of length you have to write 2L, okay, divided by in place of area is how much A by 2 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರಪ್ಪ A by 2 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ A by 2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ now this will become this 2 will come here 2 rho into 2L by A, that is equal to 2 into 2 is 4 rho L by A. Okay, how much is rho L by A? That is equal to 4R, right? That is equal to 4. Let me call this as R. Okay, let me call this as R. Rho L by A is R. 4R rho L by A, right? Now what about R3? R3 is equal to rho into how much is the length now? They are given length as L by 2. Okay, L divided by 2, and how much is the area they have given for the third case? That is 2 into A. 2 into A, right? So this will become how much? Rho L 2 into 2 is 4 by rho L divided by 4. Yeah, understood. That is equal to 1 by 4 rho L by A, that is nothing but R by 4. Now compare R1 is equal to R, R2 is equal to how much? 4R, R3 is equal to R by 4. Now what is the question? Minimum for the wire of cross-sectional area A by 2. Now, okay, this is minimum for this one. R by 4 is minimum for this one, whose area is how much? 2A. Whose area is how much? 2A. This is the right answer. Like this, we know that R is equal to rho L by A. From here you start R1 is equal to rho L by A. Call that as R1 as R. Okay, R2 we are getting 4R, R3 is R by 4. Now resistance is minimum for the wire of cross-sectional area 2A. Next problem. Now here, if a wire is stretched so that its length is 20%, what is happening? Length is stretched by 20%. What happens to the, okay, more than its initial length? The percentage increase in the resistance of the wire is, how much is the percentage increase in the resistance of the wire? Okay, this will be equal to how much? Double of this one. Double of this one is 40 plus of, you have to double the 10th place value, that is 2 ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, 2 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 4 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. This is the short trick. This you have to remember. That is equal to how much? 44%. That is equal to 44%. Okay, this is the short trick, you remember. Now let us say if you have resistance, okay, if length is increased by 10%, what happens to the resistance? Resistance will be how much? Double of this one is how much? 20 plus of square the 10th place value here. ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ? 21% ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Now let us say if the length is, okay, increased by, let us say 30%. What happens if length is increased by 30%? What happens to R? R will be equal to how much? Double of this one is 60, okay, plus square the unit place number here, that is 9 is equal to 69%. Okay, 69%. This is the short trick to remember. So the answer is 44% is the right answer here. Hope you understood. Now come to the next problem. Here it is saying a conductor with rectangular cross section has dimensions 4a, 2a and a. This is 4a and this is 2a and this is a. Okay. Now, as shown in figure, resistance across AB is X. Okay. What it is saying? Resistance across A and B, that is RAB is equal to X. They have given X. Okay, we know that what is R rho L by A, right? Rho L by A. Okay, rho will be as it is. How much is the length? This horizontal length, how much they have given? This they have given as 4A, right? 4A ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರಪ್ಪ. Okay, what is the area? Okay, length is 4A. What is the area? Area is how much? A into 2A, that is A into 2A is how much? 2A square out. 2A square, right? Okay, this is the length. Current will be flowing like this, right? Current will be flowing like this. This is the length. What is the area? Area is A into 2A is 2A square. That you are going to get how much? Rho, this 2 times, okay? 2 rho by A, you are going to get 2 rho A. This A and this power gets cancelled. 2 rho by A, right? Now, let us find out the value of the resistance CD, RCD, right? Okay, RCD is equal to how much they have given? RCD is Y, they have given. RAB ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರಪ್ಪ? X ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. RCD Y ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, again that is same is equal to, I will write rho L by A. Okay, rho, how much is the length for Y? How much is the length for Y? For length for Y is how much? A, right? Length for Y is how much? A, divided by, because in Y the current is flowing like this. This is the length. And how much is the area? Area will be now 4A into 2A. 4A into 2A ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ? 8A square ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, right? Okay, because AB length, this one, that is 4A. Area of cross section is how much? 2A into A ಆಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, now for CD, okay, for CD, where CD is like this. Okay, for CD, what is the length? For CD, length is A, right? What is the area for CD? 4A into 2A. Hope you understood. CD andre hinge ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. AB is like this. Okay, AB is like this. Understood? CD is like this here. Okay, CD is like this. Understood? For CD, length is A and then area is 4A into 2A, that is equal to rho by 8A. Understood? Now, the last thing is R, okay, EF. For R, EF, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರಪ್ಪ? They have given Z. They have given Z. Understood? For rho, for EF, they have given Z, that is equal to rho into how much is the length for E and F. For E and F, how much is the length? For E and F, length is how much? 2A. Okay, length is F. EF hingide. F is like this. Okay, this is E, this is F. Understood? How much is the length for that one? Okay, length, that is 2A. This, okay, a length 2A divided by, what is the area? Area is 4A into A. 4A into A is how much? 4A square. 4A square. That is nothing but, okay, you are going to get rho by 2a, and this a and power gets cancelled. Hope you understood. Okay, RAB is x. Okay, rho L by A, length ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? Okay, length for AB is directly you can write 4A, length 4A. Okay, length 4A ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And what will be the area? Area will be A into 2A. And now for CD, what is the length? For CD, length is A. Understood? And what is the area? Area is 2A into 4A, that is 8A square. For Z, that is EF. EF ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? EF ಗೆ what is the length? For EF, length is how much? 2A, right? And what is the area? 4A into A is 4A square. Now what is the question? Okay, which is, okay, you should compare here which is greater. This is greater. Okay, and the next one is this one. First one is this one. Okay, greater. Second one is this one. Understood? And the third one is this one. And the third one is this one. Here, therefore, x is what? X is greater than z, and z is greater than y. X is greater than z, that is greater than y, is the right answer. X is greater than z, greater than y. This is the right answer for this problem. Understood? X is greater than z, greater than y is the right answer. Hope you understood. My easy problem appa idu, but you have to be careful about the length and the area. And the next problem is what it is saying. Following figure shows cross sections through three long conductors of the same length and material. The square cross section of right lengths as shown. Conductor B. Okay, you should not get scared by seeing this problem. This problem is again very easy problem. Let us find the value of the resistance RA. Yenappa rho L by A. Rho L by A. Right. Rho L by area. Now here rho L, okay, divided by area. Okay, you have to calculate. How will you calculate the area of this one? How will you calculate the area of this one? Okay, area of this one can be calculated. This, okay, root this length into breadth. Root of 3a into root of 3a ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ? Root of 3a into root of 3a is 3a square, and you have to minus this one. Okay, minus how much? Root 2a into root 2a ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 2a square ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವೇನಪ್ಪ? Okay, that is the resistance of A. Okay, RA is equal to rho L by A, rho L as it is. Okay, area is this length into breadth outside. Okay, length into breadth andre 3a square minus 2a square, that you are going to get rho L by A square here. Understood? Now let us calculate RB. RB ಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ rho L by area. Understood? Area divided, that is equal to rho L by area ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? This root 2a into a andre 2a square minus of, okay, minus of a square. This area. Understood? Okay, this part to area I have to find out. Okay, outer minus inner, minus a square, that is equal to rho L by L ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ again we will get a square itself. Now let us calculate the resistance of C conductor. Okay, C. Understood? C is equal to, directly you can write rho L by A, area. Okay, that is equal to rho L, okay, divided by how much is the area of this one? A into A square. A square. Now if I observe all these three things, RA and RB is equal to what? RC is same as what? Rho L by A square ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, now which is the right answer? RA is equal to RB is equal to RC is the right answer. Okay, this is a very important problem. Okay, keep a note of this one. Okay, very important, this problem and this problem also, the previous problem. Okay, you have to understand very clearly. Okay, So you have to stay. Okay, I will stop here. I hope you understood all the problems. If you have liked my video, kindly, okay, like it. Ask the doubts in the comment box. Kindly share it and subscribe it. Share with your friends. Thank you one and all.